Before I get myself into discussing my high school activities, I probably should mention some of our town school activities in the center. I mentioned the spelling bees, elocution contests, and once in a while exhibitions of health-oriented programs. One I remember quite well was on the care of teeth, importance of brushing our teeth, and taking care of cavities. As children, we were not as strongly oriented to the need of caring for our teeth as we are these days. Usually, when a tooth was bad, our parents took us to have it pulled at the dentist's office. No one even heard of orthodontistry. We usually went to Norwich to a dentist, but sometimes my father pulled the tooth out with a pair of pliers. Others did the same. Now, medications at home were mostly home-type ones, very little prescription-type drugs. Doctors did prescribe different drugs, which the pharmacist mixed individually for you. The druggist even formed the pills according to the doctor's directions. Sometimes, in fact, many of our neighbors sent for medicines to mail-order houses. I know we did. There were different ointments which every farmer had in stock at home. One could borrow from one another if one ran short. I remember cloverine salve. I think that was applied to most anything. Bites, rashes, pains in the joints or muscles, and so forth. The company advertising this salve inveigled and enticed young folks, that's kids, to sell it. I remember my brothers, me too, selling it. I believe that it was 50 cents a container. If we sold a specified amount, there would be a prize to tantalize us kids. Sometimes it was a BB gun or a .22, which the boys liked, with which to catch rabbits. And the girls, of course, wouldn't take the guns. They would usually get a doll for their efforts. The good old days. I wonder, were they really? I certainly wouldn't buy that way now. Would you? How times have changed. Every year in June or the latter part of May, we had what we called Field Day, which was a sort of competition activities between the schools. Some were classified into age groups, boys or girls, and sometimes the two were mixed, depending upon the activity. We had running, long jumps, running long jumps, and also jumps from a standing position. There were dash runs, maybe 50 or 100 yards. I remember my younger brother, Joe, doing chin-ups. He was a little third grader then, a chubby little towhead, whom a man had to lift to the chinning bar so that he could chin. He kept on chinning to everyone's counting in unison. 1, 2, 3, 4, then it would be 20, 21, 22, 23, then it was 40, 41, 42, and so forth. I don't know now, I don't remember how many times he reached the bar, but everyone laughed heartily. We thought he'd never stop. Of course, he won that contest. At any rate, at the end of the day, we had ice cream for our efforts, and that made everything worthwhile. That was nice.